Let's say I have a cylinder of height h and area of cross section A. Now I hope if it is a cylinder, what is area of the base written as? Can I write it as pi r square? Now what do I do is I take another cylinder and fill the same fluid into this cylinder. Now what is given? The radius of the cylinder is half the radius of the initial cylinder, right? Now let's say the pressure at this at the bottom of this cylinder is P. Now what are you required to find? Find pressure on the bottom of the new cylinder. So this is the story behind the question. So let me tell you the question. You can just take down the question. So question is, a fluid filled up to a height h of a cylinder of radius r, right, applies pressure P on the bottom. Fine. If the fluid is transferred to another cylinder, if the fluid is transferred to another cylinder of base radius r by 2, right, find pressure on the bottom. Find pressure on the bottom. So here, instead of fluid, you can take it as a liquid. We'll be more specific because we're only talking about liquids. I hope the question is clear. A liquid filled up to a height h in a cylinder, how much pressure does it cause on the bottom? It causes a pressure P on the bottom of a cylinder of radius r. Now, if the whole fluid is transferred to another cylinder whose base radius is half that of the first cylinder, find the pressure applied on the bottom of the cylinder.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
Sir, the density, where is the density?
You can take density as D.
Okay, sir.
Anyhow, it's not going to affect it, but still you can take density as D.
Sir?
Yes.
Sir, I got it as HDG.
You got it as HDG. So what is HDG? HDG is in terms of, I want it to be in terms of P, because what all things are given to us? We have H given, we have R given, and we have given P. So my answer should be in these terms. D is not given to us, right? So what is it? Pressure at this point is P. When you're transferring it into this, what will be the pressure at the base? That's what is asked. Now, let's see. So what remains constant in case of a liquid? How do we define a liquid? How is a solid defined? So how do we differentiate between a solid, a liquid, and a gas?
Sir, can I?
The molecules.
Let's give Alex a chance. Yes, Alex. How do we?
No, sir. Just let me say.
Okay.
Sir, can
Yeah.
I?
Yeah, Ishan, you can. Ishan, go ahead.
With the molecule, by the molecule structure.
Okay, so let's say I don't know about molecules. I'm just in class 6th. So in
Sir,
that
can
case, yeah, sure. So if it is not molecules, how do we do this? Yes, Ronak. Now you can go ahead.
Sir, solid has a constant shape. Liquid can take the shape of the container, and gas also can take the shape of the container.
Okay, so that's what it is. So a solid has constant shape and constant size. So in solid, what are constant? Size is constant, shape is constant. I take a cricket ball. So wherever I keep the cricket ball, the size will be same and the shape will be same. Now if it is a liquid, what is constant in liquid? The shape is not constant, the size is constant. So size is what is size? Size is volume. So for a liquid, volume is constant. And for a gas, neither the shape nor the size is constant, right? So here we are talking about liquid. So if it is liquid, I keep it in this tumbler or this tumbler. The volume of the liquid is going to be same. Only the shape of the liquid would change. So what I need to find? I need to find how high would the liquid be in this column, right? So here what do I? Here I can say P equal to HDG. This is the first case here. Now I'll take this. Let's say area of base here is A1. A1 is A. Let's say area of the base here is A2. A2 is how much? Can I write pi into R by 2 whole square? What is the radius of the base? R by 2. So here I'll write what is A2 equal to pi into R by 2 whole square. So A2 equal to how much? Pi R square by 4. Can I write it?
Sir, pi value is 22 upon 7. So
no, we don't need it. We don't need it. Right? Now let's come. What is A1 equal to? A1 equal to how much? Pi R square. So can I write A2 equal to A1 by 4?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now, what is V1 equal to? Can I write V1 equal to A1 into H1? A1 is area of the base of this. H1 is height of this. Is that fine? Now, what is volume? Volume.
And then next.
What volume of a cylinder? Volume of a cylinder is what? Area of the base into height.
So A1 upon 4 into H2.
So no, V2, yeah, we can write. So V2 equal to, I'll write it as A2 into H2, which can be written as A1 upon 4 into H2. Now we know V1 equal to V2. Why? Liquid's volume is constant. So liquid's volume remains constant. So can I write A1 equal to A2? Sorry, V1 equal to V2. So in that case, what will happen? V1 is A1 H1 equal to how much? A1 by 4 into H2. A1 cancels. What will that give me? H2 equal to 4 times H1. Is that fine? What is the height of the fluid column here? 4 times height of the fluid column in the first one.
Yes, sir.
Right? So what is P2? P2 equal to density into G into H2. So can I write P2 equal to density into G into H2? So P2 equal to density into G into 4H. GH. So what is DGH? P. So it is 4 times P. So pressure at the bottom of the second cylinder is how much? 4 times P.
Yes, sir.
Just check it. All of you got it? Because the radius is half, the area will become how much? 1/4.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, can you explain the last step?
What is pressure? Pressure is density into acceleration due to gravity into height, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is height of the second cylinder? I mean height of the fluid liquid column in the second cylinder?
4H1.
4H1. So I just multiply. Instead of H2, I write 4H1. So I wrote it as, I took 4 common and I'm left with D into H. Or what is D into G into H? Pressure in the first column, first cylinder.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Understood? So pressure at the on the bottom of the second cylinder would be equal to how much? 4 times pressure at the bottom of the first cylinder. So what am I doing? The simple thing is, first cylinder I had something like this. I filled this, the radius of the cylinder is R and the height of the fluid column is H, right? Now I filled the same thing in a second cylinder. I filled the same thing in a second cylinder whose radius of the base is how much? R by 2. So if this is A is how much? Pi R square, and this is A2, I'll say A1. A2 is pi into r by 2 whole square. That is equal to how much? Pi r square by 4. That is A1 by 4. Till here, I hope it is clear. So if I'm pouring this water into this, will the height of the liquid increase or decrease?
It will increase.
It will increase. It will increase because, whenever you take water in a glass which is having wider base and pour it into a glass which is having thinner base, what will happen? You'll feel that the liquid column is high, more, right? So what will happen? Why liquid column increases? Because whatever is the volume of the liquid here, the same is the volume of the liquid here. Volume of the liquid, because you're not changing the liquid, you're just shifting this liquid from here to here. So what is volume? Volume can be written as height into area of the base. Can I write volume as height into area of the base?
Yes, sir.
Right? So volume is height into area of the base. So volume of this fluid should be equal to volume of this fluid. So I'll say volume can be written as A1 H1 or A2 into H2. So I can write it as A1 H1. A2 is how much? A1 by 4 into H2. So A1 cancels. H2 equal to how much? 4H1. So the fluid will go to a height of how much? 4H1. I hope all of you know how do we find cylinders. So what happens to H1? See, H1 is not given to us, but what is given? Pressure is given to us. So what is H1? H1 equal to H. And so H1 equal to H. What is pressure? Pressure is D into G into H1. This is given to us. What is pressure at second base? Can I write D into G into H2? So this can be as D into G into 4H1. I take out 4 outside.
What is the full form of DGH?
D is density, G is acceleration due to gravity, and H is height.
Oh, okay.
So what is DGH? Pressure.
P1.
So P1, 4P1. So P2 equal to how much? 4P1.